Hey, it's Rob and Carmen, the Fearless Cooks. Tonight, Carmen is going to be making one of my favorites. This is world famous chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake with chocolate icing. She likes making it, I like eating it. So I'm going to let Carmen go. She's going to tell you how to make it. We're going to frost it up. It's going to be excellent. We're having for a little party tomorrow. Our son's going back to college. It's going to be delicious. So here we go.
Alright. First thing we want to do is use our little spray here and spray our pan. Put a little sprinkle of flour. Get all the sides. There you go, nothing sticks. Okay. Next what we're going to do is also we've heated the oven to 350. Preheated that. And we're going to stir together sugar, which we have 2 cups of sugar. If you don't have a KitchenAid, you can always just use a regular mixer. 1 3/4 cups of flour. All-purpose. And then we're going to mix 3/4 cup of cocoa. That's powdered. And we're going to have, we have 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So what you essentially are going to do is just mix all your dry ingredients first. Get that a little mixed up. And then we'll add all of our wet ingredients. Okay. We're going to add 2 eggs. And I use brown eggs for baking. And we're going to use a cup of milk. I have 2% here. You can use whatever you want. And we're going to use a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And then 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Okay, this needs to mix for 2 minutes, and after we mix it for 2 minutes, then we're gonna add a cup of boiling water. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it for 2 minutes. Okay, so now the most important ingredient. Robbie can lick this later.
Later?
Later. Okay, so now I'm gonna add to this 1 cup of boiling water. Okay. It's going to make the batter very thin, and it's important for moisture to have the oil and the water in the mix.
Looks like pudding.
I remember the first time I made this, I was a little nervous because it was so thin, but cake turned out great, and I've been making this recipe ever since, and I will never switch chocolate cake recipes. All right, so now I'm gonna put the batter in 2 cake pans, and I'm gonna bake it for about 30-35 minutes at 350, and then let it cool, and we're gonna icing it.
Icing it?
Icing it. Show you how thin it is. Okay.
Now I guarantee you have never seen cake batter that's this thin. That's the crazy part about it. This chocolate cake is unbelievable. But don't be freaked out. It's liquid watery thin, but your cake is going to be so moist and so good you're not going to believe it.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Alright, so I'm going to check the cake to see if it's ready.
How long's it been in?
It's been in about 35 minutes. So let's check one. I'm going to check it once with the cake tester. Came out clean. Nothing on it. And something happened to my
Top.
toothpicks. Let's check it with the toothpick now. See if it's clean. Completely clean.
So you can use either one?
Yeah, and it's ready to go. 35 minutes, depending on your oven, about 30-35 minutes. Just remember that.
And what does that thing have to come out clean? What if it's not ready?
If it doesn't come out clean, then it's not ready. If it comes out with cake on it, then it's not ready. Just redo it, and then you just put it in for a couple.
Now what are we doing?
Now we're going to let it cool, and we're going to, after it cools, then we're going to put some icing on it. Rob's favorite part.
You don't flip it out or anything? It just sits in the pan?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it out, but I'm going to go get the Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to just kind of run a knife around the edge to make sure it doesn't stick. I'm just going to flip it on the rack to let it cool. And then we're going to take it over and let it, a little flour there, just let it cool off a little bit, and then we'll ice in it. What? I'm going to just take it over to the
You don't want to leave it on the stove.
Just don't want to leave it on the stove, okay? Alright, so while I have my cake cooling, I'm going to go ahead and make the icing, and then I always double the recipe because my husband is a chocoholic and he loves it, so I double the recipe. Okay, so we're going to use 2 sticks of butter, melted. Okay. Then we're going to use 2/3 cup of cocoa. And then we're going to go ahead and mix that up a little bit. And then we're going to alternate the powdered sugar with the milk once this is mixed. Just a little thin, a little too thin for me to ice in a cake, so I'm going to make it just a little thicker.
How about to ice a cake?
Can I ice a cake too? I like to say icing. It's my favorite word of the day.
Maybe it's because of all the sugar down there. That might have been a problem because the recipe is not quite what we thought it was.
That's not funny. That's not funny. See now how this does not drip.
See how it is?
Yeah, I think you should try it out.
Mmm. That is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yum.
All right.
All right, let's see the consistency again.
All right, let's just kind of mix the sides together, make sure we got it all mixed together. And this would be good to Spread.
Eat.
No, spread would be my word.
Okay, so this is a double batch. So if you want a lot of icing on your cake, like I like, you double it up.
That's right.
So we're going to give you the recipe for double batch. Keep that in mind, so you should always make at least a double batch.
So you say.
All right.
All right, and we're about to icing it. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to decorate the cake now. Chocolate cake, chocolate icing. And these pick up at Michael's, that you can take your cake and put it on there and transport it from a travel container to a fancy plate. So anyway, we're going to have a little party tomorrow night, and all of our son's friends are coming over because he's going back to college. So I'm going to put it on a fancy plate for tomorrow night, but you don't have to, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a piece of foil over it to make it look a little bit nicer. You could put a doily if you needed. So I'm going to put this on here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my cake that's cooled, and I'm going to just make sure all the crumbs are off of it. Just let them fall. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to take some icing that we made earlier. Chocolate, of course.
Can't see it. Pan's in the way.
Okay. We go. Rob, you want to come in and zoom in on this?
I got it.
Got it. Okay. Then I can just, if I didn't want to use this plate, I could pick it up off of here and put it in something to transport it. But I think it's going to be good to go. I think they're going to like it, and hopefully tomorrow maybe we'll film a little bit of them eating it, and they can tell you what they think about it.
Okay, everybody, so here it is. My favorite look. Oh. That cake is delicious. We're going to eat a little bit tomorrow. I'll probably put a little more footage on here with the kids getting it, but I'm going to eat it. Be fearless. Try the chocolate cake. It's world famous.
So, delicioso.
That is the best chocolate cake I've ever had.
I've never tasted chocolate cake this delicious.
Poppy, how is it?
Good.